Hi, Katie.
Old
Friend. Hi.
Old friend. Now we're like Zoom buddies at this point, I feel like.
I know.
It's so funny. Well, it is so good to see you. Some very exciting news that we will talk about a little bit later, but I just want to say congratulations on the engagement, first of all.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But something else to celebrate, season 2 of Holey Moley comes out Thursday, right?
Yes, Thursday. Can you believe that, on ABC? Holey Moley has a really tender place in my heart because it's nice to relive what we all love doing, which is laughing, playing outside, connecting, getting crazy, acting a fool like nobody else is watching, laughing at each other and making it permissible to.
Yep.
Holey Moley is my favorite getaway. Last season, if you didn't catch it, it was America's favorite show when it came to miniature golf, extreme sports, and mayhem. And so this year, it's even crazier. We have a huge jackpot of $250,000 to the greatest golfer / athlete / gymnast / can laugh at themselves and have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
And we have so many fun celebrities that stopped by and got into the festivities. I didn't know that this many celebrities actually golfed in this way.
I was going to ask you about any special cameos.
The greatest one of them all, is our EP, which is Steph Curry. And we have, I can't tell you because it's a surprise, but just stand back and get ready because you are going to be so surprised that these celebrities not only golf, but have this type of sense of humor and this type of daredevil ability. It's pretty cool.
When I think of Steph Curry, I think of the NBA. Are we talking athletes or
Every
golfers?
single type of celebrity you can think of.
Okay, well, I'm so excited to watch. I'm also, like I said, very excited about your engagement. Watching the video that you posted made me a little bit emotional just because of how thoughtful he was. Was there a part that you were blown away by? Was there a part that made you extra emotional about that night?
The main thing that really touched me was the intention. I'm really learning during this quarantine that it's the very little things that matter most. It's the intention in people's actions. For something like an engagement, especially when he could have had such a beautiful a beautiful experience of doing it in Vietnam, but just doing it here. That's the symbolism to quarantine, I think, for all of us, and especially for our marriage, but just for everybody, is that nothing should stop you living your life. Nothing. Yeah. When it comes to your goals, your dreams, your relationships, your closure in things, your bonding with yourself, all of that should persevere even greater now that we have the quarantine. And that's what I'm most proud about when it comes to the symbolism of that engagement.
Are there 3 wedding must-haves for when that special day comes?
God, I'm not even in that mode, so I can't really think on that level. How about if I just give you one? Having a peace of mind is everything to me.
It's everything. I mean, do you guys want to did you want to have a big wedding before this pandemic sort of started? Did you always want to go sort of more intimate?
Honestly, right now, that's not on the top of our list. Like, we're so happy to be able to celebrate an engagement. And right now, I feel like we've got work to do. I think the quarantine is bringing it's bringing a lot of people closer together. For Jay and I'm really thankful for the quarantine because we actually we lean in more to each other, and we're very conscientious of checking in with each other and having really in-depth conversations with the things that we're unhappy about, with the state of affairs and what we can be doing more in one another's lives. So for us, it's been therapeutic and helpful. We've really been thankful for the quarantine.
I love that. And I love that you called him your soulmate. That made my heart happy.
Oh, 1,000%. I never recognized what a soulmate was until I found mine. He had assembled a video with my mom, my dad, his dad, and every single person that was supposed to be on this trip to Vietnam.
There's nothing wrong with having your soulmate with you.
There was a video message from all of your loved ones, actually, but there was one that stood out to me, and it was from his dad, who said, "Don't wait to walk down the aisle." What is it like wedding planning in quarantine? Is there a timeline that you're looking at?
We talk about it a lot, but at this moment, what we're really focused on is the state of affairs, just what's going on when it comes to our economy, our society, our communities. I know for Jay, it's it's heartbreaking to hear the struggle of, you know, the Black and the brown community not being able to just be able to get to just a place where you can feel like you've taken a breath. And for me, I'm torn just reading headline after headline with all the situations of racism happening on so many different levels. And the one thing I just hope for both of us, the one thing that is most important to us to spread the message of right now is to really recognize one another as brothers and sisters, right? Really recognize that we are all one of the same right now. And we can't expect or lean on our authorities or our leaders to make the best decisions right now. We only have each other to put an end to racism and have these discussions in our households. So those are the kinds of things that we're talking about right now, to be honest with you.
You did pen this really powerful essay about that, because I mean, you were getting hate on your Instagram, which I didn't even know about until I read this thing that you wrote. Do you feel like that made a difference? And like, what did that feel like for you? And sort of use this platform to tell us like how everyone can do better.
The number one thing I think all of us should be doing is standing up for one another. And I'm talking to not only people of different races, of white people doing it for brown people doing it for black people doing it for Asians doing it for black, like everybody. But it's also take an active step in and start to be more mindful about how you think. When, even if you see a headline, because it's all over our Instagram, right? Whether it's Breonna Taylor or it's Ahmaud Arbery or it's going to be another name tomorrow, if you can just scroll past it, that's already the problem. You need to talk about it in your household. You need to have the conversation with your kids. It needs to be something that we all recognize is wrong and is damaging to us, and actually take action against it. So that's the one big hope that I have for everybody to do. I
don't know if you saw, I mean, I'm sure if you've been reading the news, you saw, but there was the former Bachelorette, Hannah Brown. Did you see this?
No.
So she was rapping a song, and she used the N-word, which should never be condoned, in my opinion, ever. So she's been getting some backlash about that, and now there's people sort of speaking out about what she did, and I guess she issued an apology. Do you have anything to say about something like that even?
I just personally, this is just from my own feeling, I that word bears so much hate. Yeah, there's a history of hate, but there's also just such a dark oppression that comes with that word that still has not changed today. That word still holds a lot of pain, not only for the Black community, but just everybody who is an American and everybody who understands where that word came from and what it was used to mean. So I think that word should be refrained from being used, period. But especially if it's not your experience to talk about. We need to be more mindful.
Yes.
Be more mindful about your actions. And that's why I went back to the word intentions. What is your intention when you're about to rap a song? Like, what is your intention with the words that you choose to use of it? What is the intention of the song itself when it was written? You know, you have to think about, you have to start being responsible. And if you notice right now during this quarantine, the number one thing that we're learning can do so much damage is not taking responsibility for your actions or your leadership or lack thereof. Yeah. So it's really on us as parents, as citizens. It's our moral duty to just do better and be stronger as a community, because we want America to sound and look the way it's supposed to. And right now we're not doing a great job of it. And that I put that all on us as individuals.